Okay, join me on page 246 in the reading textbook. We're going to go over the vocabulary and read this short story, A Win-Win Week. So our vocabulary for this week, as we saw in the PowerPoint: foreman, employee, deny, fulfill, gloated, flourish, vigorously, and gleefully. We're going to be focusing on word parts. Prefixes are word parts added to the beginning of base words. Suffixes are added to the end of base words. Both prefixes and suffixes change the meanings of words. So one of the examples they give here, we have our vocabulary word employee. Employ just means hire, and then that suffix at the end, the EE at the end of the word employee, a person who is. So an employee is a person or one who has been hired. All right, let's go on to our story, A Win-Win Week. A challenge. Maria's family had just arrived in Greensboro, North Carolina. So right there, our very first sentence, we have a character, Maria, and we have a setting, Greensboro, North Carolina. Her father was going to take over as foreman in charge of a big building project. So her dad was the foreman, so he was going to be the boss. As an employee who worked for a large construction company, Maria's dad was sent to many places. This time, his family had moved too. Maria could not deny that she missed her life and friends back home. Maria sighed and gritted her teeth. She bit down so hard it hurt. Then she entered the classroom. The first day of school was not easy for someone who was shy. A team player. Mr. Hall, the teacher, greeted the students with an announcement. They would research how different parts of the nation had changed over time. The group with the best report would win a prize. Maria felt hopeful when she got her assignment. Her group was to learn about the Old Southwest. Maria and her family were from New Mexico. Perhaps she would be able to fulfill her role and be a real member of this team. So she is now, again, she had just arrived in Greensboro, North Carolina, but she came from New Mexico. Okay, turning the page. Maria's team met and made a list of the groups who had lived in the Old Southwest. The list included Native Americans, Spanish, Mexicans, and settlers from other parts of the United States and the world. The team also made notes about resources to use. "This is useful," said Keith. "We also need some interesting information about the customs and the influence of these different groups." Maria spoke up. "My grandfather still lives in New Mexico," she said. "He has collected many stories and examples of folk art of the region. We could email him with questions." "Way to go, Maria," gloated Sarah with a big grin. "Now we have a real chance of winning." A wonderful week. A week later, Maria's team was ready. The result was a winning presentation about the Old Southwest. They showed slides of the old ranches, of the fiestas held there, and of Native American artifacts. Since the area was always known for abundant crops, they showed pictures of the ones that still flourish today. They even had a tape recording of a Mexican folktale. The class applauded vigorously as the team finished the presentation. They clapped loudly and cheered. For Maria, it was fun to be in touch with her grandfather, and she was proud of their presentation. "We couldn't have done it without you," Sarah and Keith told Maria. Maria smiled gleefully. She was very happy. "I enjoyed working with you too." Okay, so now, since this short story is finished, you're going to go into your Google Classroom, and there is a character setting plot graphic organizer. So character setting and plot chart helps you understand the structure of a story. Recording key events in a story will help you recall what you have read. Take note of the narrator, the characters, the setting, and the events of the story. Use the chart as you reread A Win-Win Week. So you're going to open up your character setting plot chart in your Google Classroom, and there is going to be a help video as well that will go along with it. All right, thanks.